story that matters. The story of everything and what comes after everything ends. Imagine reality as a film reel stretched across eternity, where time is not flowing but existing all at once. Every moment that ever was or ever will be, already printed on the celluloid of space-time, waiting to be experienced by consciousness as it moves through the frames. This is not poetry. This is physics. This is the block universe theory, and it suggests that your birth, your death, and every heartbeat in between exist simultaneously in four-dimensional space. I'm as real and as permanent as the words you're reading right now. The future isn't something that will happen. It's something that has already happened, encoded in the geometry of reality itself, waiting for your consciousness to discover it. Like an explorer mapping territories that have existed since the dawn of time. But if the future already exists, then what does it mean for the universe to end? How can something that exists eternally in the block of space I'm also cease to exist? The answer requires us to think about endings not as terminations, but as boundaries, not as moments when things stop, but as regions where the very concept of existence transforms into something unrecognizable. The end of the universe isn't a point in time. It's a horizon beyond which our normal understanding of cause and effect, matter and energy, space and time, simply stops applying. Stephen Hawking once described the edge of a black hole as a place where time becomes space, and space becomes time, where the normal rules of physics undergo a metamorphosis so complete that asking what happens next becomes as meaningless as asking what's north of the North Pole. The end of the universe might be similar, not a wall that reality crashes into, but a transformation so profound that the very categories we use to think about existence cease to have meaning. Time might become space, space might become probability, and probability might become something else entirely, something for which we have no words because our language evolved to describe a universe that obeys rules, not one that transforms those rules into their own opposites. The mathematics of singularities, those points where the equations of physics break down and produce infinite answers to finite questions, reveals the inherent strangeness lurking at the heart of reality. At the center of every black hole lies a singularity, where matter is compressed to infinite density, where the curvature of space-time becomes infinite, where temperature and pressure reach values that have no meaning in our normal understanding of physics. These aren't just extreme conditions. They're places where the very concept of conditions dissolves into mathematical chaos. But here's what keeps physicists awake at night. Singularities aren't exotic exceptions to the normal operation of the universe. They're inevitable consequences of the laws we use to describe reality. Every sufficiently massive star will eventually collapse into a singularity. Every black hole contains one at its center. And if the universe itself is finite and closed, then it too might eventually collapse into a final singularity. A cosmic implosion that would compress all of space, time, matter, and energy back into a point of infinite density and zero volume. The ultimate recycling of reality itself. Yet singularities represent the breakdown of our understanding, not necessarily the breakdown of reality. They're places where our equations throw up their hands and admit defeat, where the smooth predictability of classical physics gives way to the wild uncertainties of quantum mechanics. At the quantum scale, particles don't have definite positions or velocities. They exist,